Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
My husband is an out-of-control alcoholic.
Do you respect?
Get out of the house.
He almost hit you head on, driving in the wrong lane, drunk.
Scott fell down the stairs, spent over 6 weeks in a coma.
He's got a know-it-all attitude.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do. You got an excuse for everything.
I don't have an excuse.
You got an answer for everything.
I don't have.
Look at that and tell me how aware you are what's going on around you, Mr. Know-it-all. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
I try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. You to meet Scott. His wife, Megan, says for the past 5 years, he has been a drunken, incorrigible, alcoholic mess. She captured this video 5 months ago after a bartender drove Scott home after he fell off a bar stool and was incapable of making it home on his own.
I'm very proud of you.
That's great. Get out of the house.
What are you talking about?
I want you gone.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, do you respect?
Megan says it's a miracle that Scott is still alive after falling down a flight of stairs and ending up in a coma for 22 days. She says he was drunk. He maintains he was not drunk. It was just dark and he missed the step. Now, Scott broke all of the ribs on his left side and smashed 6 vertebrae in his neck and spine. He says he is 1.25 inches shorter now than he was before and is still adamant that he was not intoxicated when it happened. Megan says after 5 rehabs and over 40 hospital visits, she's running out of hope for her husband and her marriage. She says that after years of trying to help Scott, the whole family has basically cut him out of their lives.
Scott, get up and get out. Right now.
No, I understand.
My husband, Scott, is an out-of-control alcoholic. He can go from perfectly sober in the morning to completely intoxicated, fall down drunk by the end of the day. Scott?
Yes, Paula.
Get up off the floor and get out of the house.
No. I'm like really thinking about it.
Scott has stashes of alcohol all over the house, in boxes, in tires in the garage, behind the insulation in the basement, and underneath his car seat.
When Scott's drunk, he is completely gone.
One night, a bartender brought him home. He put him right on the floor, face down, and that's where Scott laid for the rest of the night.
When Scott's drunk, he's constantly embarrassing himself.
During one of my family reunions, he passed out in the bedroom.
A few hours later, my mom was asking my brother to pick him up off the floor because he was laying in his own urine because he was so drunk.
It is horrible for my wife and my kids to see me like that. I don't expect it to end up that way, but it always ends up that way.
He has no self-control. It's just beyond reason.
Well, not only is Scott blacking out when he's drinking, his wife, Megan, says his addiction is now threatening his life.
Scott's excessive drinking has gotten to the point that it has completely destroyed his health. He has been admitted to the hospital countless times. Last year, Scott even broke his neck. He fell down the stairs in the middle of the night because he was drunk.
I did not fall down the stairs because I was drunk.
Scott was in really bad shape. He had a huge knot on the top of his head. He had broken his neck and his back.
This arm was paralyzed. I said I broke all these ribs on the one side.
He was on a ventilator, not moving, and he had a machine pretty much breathing for him for a good week and a half.
He spent over 6 weeks in a coma.
My dad has had so many close calls, and he hasn't learned from any of them. He lives like he's invincible.
We have sent him to countless rehabs. Nothing helps.
I even organized an intervention. He was actually drinking during the intervention, and then he blacked out.
I am completely exhausted. My family doesn't deserve it, and I don't deserve it. Regardless of what Scott wants, I'm pretty much done.
You said that you believe you can take care of this now. You can stop on your own now. That's what you told us.
No, I didn't say I could stop my own.
No, that is what you said.
Well, if that's what I said, then I must have meant it, yeah.
You started drinking at a really early age, right?
Yeah, around 12.
You lost your father when you were
7.
Your best friend was shot when you were 35 and died in your arms.
Yeah.
Your mother died when you were 41.
Correct.
You almost died the next year with this pneumothorax.
Correct.
Your brother-in-law was killed in a car crash when you were 44 the next year.
Correct.
You've been on a downhill slide ever since then.
That is correct.
I want to take a look at what's happened. This is just in terms of the hospitalizations that have come as a function of this alcohol and rehab. And I mean, you can go back and start July 12th. Visit 1, $109,000. August 12th, visit 2, $75,000. August 2012, rehab in California, $20,000. June 13, visit 3, $42,000. October, visit 4, $55,000. It just keeps going, and you get to a grand total, $1.8 million.
Okay.
Seems to me, old boy gets $1.8 million worth of treatment. Some of it ought to stick somewhere. All right, next, Megan's daughter says she called the police on Scott after he nearly drove head-on into her family's car while intoxicated. Scott says it was no big deal and that Kendall made it a bigger problem than it really was. We'll be right back.
When Scott's drinking, he gets very reckless. We were driving, and we noticed Scott was coming toward us in our lane. We could have died if he would have hit us head on.
I told her to call the police.
That's exactly what I did. He had the audacity to get upset with me.
You don't call police on family.
And later, he's got a know-it-all attitude.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You got an excuse for everything.
I don't have an excuse.
You got an
for
answer for everything.
I don't have to.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Her grandmother died in front of her, and her boyfriend died on top of her.
Is she dealing with her grief?
I was prescribed Xanax. She'll walk out of the house in cow pajamas.
Or just numbing it?
You're selling your clothes to get drugs.
She hit a parked truck. When I got to the police station, police officer said that she had the blanket over her head, screaming, "Is this a haunted house?"
That's tomorrow.
When we first started dating, I never saw this alcoholic side of Scott. In the 5 years that we dated, we drank socially, and I can honestly say that I saw him drunk twice. Shortly after we got married, everything changed. Scott had to be taken to the hospital for a fever and a distended stomach. And when it was discovered that it was ascites, which is a precursor to cirrhosis, that's when I knew there was a problem. Ever since that day, it's been one hospitalization after another, a complete roller coaster ride.
My guest, Scott, has fallen down the stairs and broken his neck and spine, has been to multiple rehabs, and his insurance, Megan's insurance, has paid out $1.8 million for his medical care, all because he says he can't stop drinking. Now, his family is at their wits' end.
When Scott's drinking, he gets very reckless. Back in May of this year, my fiance and I went to a car show and noticed that Scott had been drinking and decided that we were going to leave. On the way home, we were driving, and we noticed Scott was coming toward us in our lane.
I swerved over to the left lane. I was too far over.
He almost hit the car in front of us. The car in front of us had to swerve over out of his way. We, at that point, had to swerve out of the way, too. We could have died if he would have hit us head on.
It scared me to death. I was just so shocked and so overwhelmed that this has happened.
I got a phone call from Kendall saying that Scott almost caused a head-on collision. I told her to call the police.
And that's exactly what I did.
When I got back to the house, the cops came. He asked me, was I drinking? I said, yeah. I told him what happened. They cuffed me, took me to jail. I was in jail for 45 minutes and let me go.
Scott never apologized for it. He had the audacity to get upset with me.
You don't call police on family. Everybody knows that. We'll leave that at that.
Well, also joining us is Scott's daughter, Jordan, who says, well, frankly, that he's just ruined most of her childhood and adolescence. Take a look at that.
My dad has been drinking for as long as I can remember. Growing up, I would remember him doing shots while we were driving, and I thought that was so normal. He was just so casual about it. There were many Christmases that were a letdown because he would be hungover during them. The day of my prom, when we were all taking pictures, he showed up drunk, trying to have fun with all my friends, and here's my dad making everyone super uncomfortable.
I don't remember that. If she says I did, then I'll agree, but I don't remember that.
My dad missed my senior graduation.
I'm sure there has been events that I've missed, but I'm not going to say it was because of being drunk.
I know my dad's a good person. There's so many people who care about him and love him, but I feel like he doesn't want anybody to care about him because he's suffered a lot of loss in his life.
Every year, someone close to me has died.
My dad does need to grow up and start handling things and start fighting for himself because I can't do it anymore. I can't be emotionally attached to him anymore.
He almost hit you head on.
Correct.
Driving in the wrong lane.
Correct.
And on the oncoming traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Drunk.
Yeah.
And you called the police.
And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. You're putting my children's life at risk, my family's life at risk. I'm calling the cops. I don't even care.
And you say family just doesn't call the police on family.
Not where I come from.
Yeah. Where I come from, you don't have the right to operate a motor vehicle on the public highway.
That's true. That's definitely true.
Because I'm on those highways, my grandkids are on the highways, she's on those highways, those grandkids are on the highways, and you ought to be kissing her feet for getting you off the street before you killed somebody, maybe her children. Instead of getting up on your hind legs and getting pissed off because she called the police.
I just couldn't believe she called the police, that's all.
You got pissed off.
Was I pissed?
I came over, and I mean, 2 months after I came over, and he couldn't even look at me.
How do you get off having the right to be indignant at something they've done? You were breaking the law. You were putting people's life at risk.
Totally correct.
And you have the arrogance to call them out for calling the police on you?
I didn't call her out. I didn't say anything.
You did.
Tell me how aware you are, Mr. Know-It-all.
When he walked me
Tell
out of
me,
the car,
look at that and tell me how aware you are what's going on around you.
Right there?
Yeah.
Not at all.
And later,
I thought he was the coolest guy ever. He was like Superman to me. It's changed. I can't look at him the same way anymore.
what'd you want to say, Jordan?
I feel like you can't just keep ignoring it. Like, have you apologized?
No.
Why? That's rude. Because what if that was me?
Well, if it was you, he would have knocked down heaven and earth to kill whoever had almost ran it.
But, like, you love those kids. You almost
That's
hurt
true.
those
They call you
kids.
Pop.
I know.
And you never said sorry? You just cut them off because, oh, they called the cops on you?
No, that's...
I would have called the cops on you about 2.5 times.
That wasn't the
ever did
reason
that
why.
to me.
You were embarrassed.
Exactly.
You don't know a lot of this because you're a blackout drunk.
No, I'm not.
And that means you don't remember all of it.
Yes, I do.
You weren't present.
Right,
You were unconscious at the time. You were zoned out.
I chose not to pay attention to it.
But she remembers it.
I understand
You
that.
missed... here's a list. You missed Jordan's high school graduation. You were drunk at Jordan's prom photo shoot. You were drunk and hungover at Christmas. You fell off a bar stool. You're taken home by a bartender. You're passed out on the floor of the entryway.
That's the same day.
I get it. I see you laying in the entry hall. Are you telling me you knew what was going on then? You knew the pain that the family was feeling?
Oh, yeah. I knew that when dude was taking me home. What do you think?
Okay.
I don't know my wife?
You are a know-it-all.
I don't know anything.
You are a smart mouth know-it-all.
No, all I know
and
is
you don't know, Buster. Okay, tell me how aware you are, Mr. Know-it-all.
When he walked me
Tell
out
me,
of the car,
look at that and tell me how aware you are what's going on around you.
Right there?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah,
When he walked
okay.
me out of the car, I knew she was going to be pissed.
Yeah.
And she had every right to be.
Yeah. Tell me your social sensitivities and how clear your antenna are in this video.
Scott, get out of my house.
Get out of your house.
Get out of the house.
I'm very proud of you.
That's great. Get out of the house.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, your social sensitivities and awarenesses are razor sharp.
No, they're not.
And
And
okay, then
I agree
don't
with
tell
that.
me you
All I
know
said
what's
is
going
after
on.
the pneumothorax, It was like that. I was not like that before.
You can't know how we feel. You're medicated the whole time. You can't be sensitive to how I feel when you don't even want to feel what you feel.
Okay.
You know, you're going to wind up killing yourself. One of the things that people that drink as much as you do have is a lot of traumatic brain injury.
Yep.
Okay. And you add to that toxic levels of alcohol. I mean, look at your head here.
I've seen it. I've seen all the pictures. I was there.
Sort of. All right, Megan's son, Anthony, is here. We're going to find out why he wishes his mother would just give up, proceed with the divorce, because he says there is no hope for Scott's sobriety. He'll be out with us after the break. Is this what you want to model?
Absolutely not.
This is your legacy as a mother?
She knows I'm better than that. It's been a while.
You used to be better than that.
I used to.
I don't really have a relationship with Scott right now because I've completely lost respect for him. When Scott's drunk, he picks fights over the stupidest things. Scott's out of the house right now, and I really hope it stays that way.
Anthony joins us in the audience. Anthony, what's the impact on you, and what do you see the impact being on the other family members?
I used to have a really good relationship with him. Like, I didn't have my father around a lot when I was younger. So when he came, I thought he was the coolest guy ever. He was like Superman to me. And it's changed. Like, I can't look at him the same way anymore.
You miss him? You miss the guy that first came into your life?
Yep, 100%.
You know, everybody still wants to help you, wants to be there for you. And you've got to ask yourself the question, what is it that you know about yourself that makes you believe you don't deserve any better than what you're settling for? You think, is this what you want to model?
Absolutely
for
not.
Kendall? Is this what you want to model for Jordan? Is this what you want? This is your legacy as a mother? Here's what you aspire to, girls. It's what you do.
She knows I'm better than that. It's been a while.
You used to be better than that.
I used to.
He's got a know-it-all attitude.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You got an excuse for everything.
I don't have an excuse.
You got
for
an
everything.
answer for everything.
I don't have. I have no.
Just listen.
I have no mistakes of what I've done, created, have been in the last 5 years. It's not. Believe me, everything that is seen is 100% true. That is me. I'm just trying to find out why.
Well, and it's not because of the pneumothorax, and it's not because of the pain pills. We can cross all of those things off. Okay? I would not, absolutely, unequivocally not, permit him back in my home, my life, my family, unless and until an independent, objective professional told you, in their opinion, that he was in a position to do that with a prediction of sobriety, a prediction of non-toxicity in your lives. My advice for him after the break.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil. Broken and depressed
She'll walk out of the house in cow pajamas.
since her boyfriend's death.
What did he die of?
Xanax overdose.
Now you're self-medicating with Xanax.
That's tomorrow.
My biggest fear is to lose my wife. I love her to death. She knows that. But she has to realize it. This is something I'm conquering. This Christmas, I would really like to be home this year. I love my family. I would really like to be there.
That's not fair to my family, and it's not fair to me, and it's not going to happen.
Megan says she's filed divorce papers, but they haven't been signed. I said sign them. I think with you, and I want people to I want people to really understand this. To me, is the absolute key to what's going on with you. I think somebody that brings you in and says they're going to treat your alcohol problems, I think that's one issue. But I also think you have some persistent depression. I think at this point there are some neurological issues with you. I think your brain is involved here to the point that no matter what you did behaviorally, somebody doesn't get involved and look at you at a brain level, then I think you're going to be, it's going to be virtually impossible for you to deal with this. So I think if you come over here to the mental emotional side and you've got the depression and you've got the anxiety and you've got the compulsions and these things aren't dealt with and the brain isn't dealt with some of these neurological traps, I think if all of these things aren't dealt with simultaneously, I don't think you've got a snowball's chance in hell of ever getting through this, and I don't think you have ever had that kind of comprehensive, multimodal evaluation, intervention, and treatment. And what I'm trying to do is say, let's get you where we can really do this right. You need brain scans, you need neurological evaluations, you need hormonal evaluations, you need a comorbid treatment to deal with the depression and the reactions to the loss in your life simultaneous with the treatment of the alcoholism. This gentleman right here, T.J. Howard, is the corporate director of Origins Behavioral Health Care. I asked him to come here. In my opinion, they're the nation's leading dual diagnosis treatment center because they deal with the neurology, they deal with the mental and emotional aspects. They are not a simple one-dimensional rehab facility. And I think you should do it.
I think so too.
Fair enough? You take the help?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Special thanks to T.J. Howard and the whole team at Origins. Next, Robin is going to reveal her very special guest to everyone. She's been preparing for her arrival for weeks because today we're going to make a little history at Dr. Phil. You do not want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Okay, so now Christy thinks she's here just for the spectacular, once-in-a-lifetime history-making walk-off, but we have added a huge surprise. It's going to end the day in a spectacular way. I can't wait.
Do you need Dr. Phil's help? Text Phil to 88500 and share your story for a chance to appear on the show. Standard message and data rates may apply.
Well, it was weeks in the making. Tens of thousands of people participated. There were 7 funny walk-offs, a wheelbarrow, a motorcycle, a scooter crash that almost took Robin out. Well, the big day is finally here. I'm talking about the culmination of Robin's amazing Omaze campaign that she launched in support of her foundation, When Georgia Smiled. Robin's experience was called Walk a Day in Robin's Shoes. Take a look.
Robin McGraw! Please welcome Robin McGraw.
Robin McGraw. Well, Robin is inviting you to join her on the Dr. Phil Show.
Tell us about Walk a Day in Robin's Shoes.
This is the Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we have partnered with Omaze, and our foundation is for helping all women and children, and men really, to help fight domestic violence and sexual assault.
enter to win a chance to walk a day in Robin's shoes.
A very special guest will fly out to Los Angeles, get all glammed up. You can get the hair done, you can get your makeup done. We're gonna have a ball. And then you'll join me here on the set, right here, for a very special taping of the Dr. Phil Show. Here's where we make history. At the end of the show, you will become the first fan ever to join me and Philip on national television for our signature walk-off. And the best part of all is that all entries support my foundation, When Georgia Smiled. And it's only $10. That's right. For $10, you get a chance to walk a day in my shoes and be a part of all of this.
Well, as I said, thousands and thousands of people donated. The money went to Robin's Foundation to help women and children affected by domestic violence live happier and joy-filled lives. And today, we finally get to reveal the winner. Her name is Christy, and later on, she will make show history by accompanying Robin and me during our signature walk-off. But first, Robin was so excited and couldn't wait to meet Christy, so last week, she surprised her via Skype. Christy thought she was being called by an employee telling her she was one of the finalists. But instead, she got a surprise she said she was never going to forget.
Hi, surprise! How are you, Christy? Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
There were thousands and thousands of people that donated, and you are the winner, the grand prize. I have to tell you, I cannot wait until you get out here and experience the entire day with me and with Philip and with the entire Dr. Phil family and the When Georgia Smiled family. We are very, very excited about the whole event that's going to take place.
I am too. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. This is the first time I've ever won anything, so.
I understand, and I'm proud to hear that you are a big Dr. Phil fan. Is that how you heard about the campaign?
It was the very first day that I heard it, and I thought I've got to donate, and I got on the website right then and donated my $10. So
$10 is a huge step in helping anyone who has suffered from domestic violence. And I understand that you actually are a victim of domestic violence in your life.
I am, and I like to call myself a survivor because I was able to get out. All my life, I've never understood why women would stay in an abusive relationship. I now understand. I was in an abusive relationship with an ex-boyfriend. He was nice in the beginning, and then he started to change. At first, he was verbally abusive. Then one afternoon, he got really upset. He grabbed me by the arm and pushed me up against the kitchen counter. He put a knife to my throat and threatened to kill me, threatened to kill my son. He put his gun to my head, and all I could think was, he's going to kill me. I finally made the decision to leave him when his abuse turned toward my son. He grabbed my son. He started strangling my son. To get him off, I beat him on the arm. We ran. I got in my car, and we left. As hard as it was, I know I made the right decision to leave, and I'm in a much better place now.
So I applaud your bravery, your courage, because I understand it's very, very hard to do.
Yeah.
Tell me, who's your guest that you're going to bring with you to the show?
My son, Josh.
Oh, God bless you. Can we talk to him, too? Hi.
Oh.
Hey, congratulations. I understand you're going to get to be the big guest of the day.
Yeah, I'm just so happy for her, you know.
I can't tell you how happy I am for the two of you and how proud I will be to welcome you bright and early next week, and we're going to spend the day celebrating. We have a lot of fun things planned for you. It's going to be a wonderful day, and I really thank you for being a part of it.
I know, I'm so excited, too. You just don't know what this means to me. You just don't.
We're going to have some fun.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited.
Wow. All right. Well, Robin, Christy has been sitting next to you along with her son Josh for the show. Hey, Josh.
Hey.
How you doing? Well, girls, leave him behind. I think it's time for you to bring Christy up here so she can get another view from home base. So you girls, come on up.
I can hold her hand.
Christy, how are you? Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Have a seat.
Yeah.
How's your day been?
It's been awesome. I feel like Cinderella.
Yeah. So what's happened so far?
Today I got hair and makeup and false eyelashes.
That was one of her top requests, that she could get false eyelashes. And she looked gorgeous. And let me tell you, Philip, we have had so much fun before this show. So let me give you a little taste of what all we've been doing before we got here.
Well, it's the morning of the show, and I'm feeling really excited. I can't believe this is happening. It's just beyond my wildest dreams. I never imagined that I would ever be the winner. I'm really looking forward to meeting Robin in person and just getting to be at the show. I'm really excited about getting dolled up and glammed up, and I hope they can make me look pretty. Oh, my God.
Welcome! I thought this day would never get here. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, well, come with me because we have a wonderful, fabulous, fun, exciting day for you. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. I am.
Okay. Let's go right on in here. This is your glam squad. I want Christy to have the eye makeup, the blush, the contouring, everything. Just to have the full Hollywood makeup.
And gorgeous, you're all set. Mamie's gonna come do your hair.
Knock, knock. Gosh, Christy, you look beautiful, and you're not even done. I want to check on some wardrobe for you, okay?
Yeah.
Be right back.
Here are some looks.
Oh, well, that's beautiful, but not pretty enough. Oh, okay, so that's pretty, but no. Okay, let me keep looking. That's it. That is the perfect outfit. It goes beautifully with the shoes. So here are the shoes, right?
Oh, my gosh. They look like Cinderella shoes, don't they? They're so beautiful.
Now, let's get us a longer space to walk in. So we're going to come out here in the hall. We want this walk-off to be the perfect walking experience. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, let's go. Well, you're going faster than I am. Perfect. You're a pro at walking off. I'm going to lose my job. Okay, let's go finish that beautiful hair.
Wow, look at the hair. It looks like old movie star hair. You know how it looks like that?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just saw Christy. She's in there actually crying her eyes out. And we're going to have to do some touch-up because she looks beautiful. She turned and looked at herself in the mirror and truly burst into tears. She has never, she said, looked so beautiful. I cannot wait for you to see her. Pair of shoes, so I got you a pair that matched mine. Show them off there, pretty girl. I wanted them to look like Cinderella shoes.
Well, I think they do. Yeah. So, as we heard earlier, Christy is a survivor of domestic violence. She says she's so happy that she made the decision to leave her abuser, but admits the transition has really not been the easiest.
Money has been very tight, and me and my son probably won't have a Christmas this year. No tree, no gift exchange, no anything. But we have each other, and it's okay. My car was repossessed because I was so busy helping my ex with his bills that I fell behind on the payments. Thankfully, my sister is letting me borrow her car now. She's asked for it back. We may have to move in with my ex-in-laws in order to save money. Things have been tough, but I'm trying to keep a positive attitude.
When I heard that you were going to skip Christmas this year, my heart just broke. And I said there was no way that there was going to be, that was going to happen on our watch. So we found you a tree plus all the trimmings to make sure that your holidays are merry and bright. And this is a 7.5-foot Alberta spruce, and one just like it will be delivered straight to your door. Plus You're going to have the garland, the wreath, and hundreds of ornaments for the tree.
So we'll get you fixed up tonight.
All right, now, Philip, I kind of think the time has come. So Christy and I need to be in our seats and get ready for the big moment.
All right,
Don't you agree?
Right, I'll see you on the runway when we come back. We're going to make show history. You don't want to miss this. Well, Christy has had a wonderful experience. We just gave her a Christmas tree on stage, but that Christmas tree is not all she's getting. Trust me, we're going all out with a really big surprise. You will not want to miss this.
Oh, good. Merry Christmas.
Ready to get real? Go to drphil.com for advice on relationships, parenting, finances, and more. Plus, weigh in on your favorite episodes, share your stories, and find support in the Dr. Phil community. When you sign up for the community, you will automatically be subscribed to the Dr. Phil Show newsletter. Log on to drphil.com today. For fun, I want to look back to a few of the creative fantasy walk-offs Robin and I came up with for her campaign to raise money for When Georgia Smiled. Take a look at this. We had a lot of fun. Let's do it. Those were a lot of fun, but you've heard me say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So, well, that's exactly why we're sticking with our classic signature walk-off today. So, are you ready, Robin?
We are so ready.
All right. So, you ready to make Dr. Phil's show history, Christy?
Yes.
All right, so cue the music. Here we go. All right.
So we're showing you the real deal here.
Yeah. A lot of Hollywood is backstage. So.
How about is this? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Listen, we're going to put these new shoes to good use because, listen, matching shoes, and they're just gorgeous. We want to keep them on camera as long as we can, don't you think?
Well, I'm glad this has been a great break for you because, yeah, I know, you know, having to live in a car at one point and actually share a car and have problems with that. And, yeah, I hate that for you. And I know it's not part of the package or anything, but we decided since you've had so much trouble and had to share a car, we thought we would just give you a brand new car. All right, so this is a brand new 2016 Dodge Dart, and this is yours. We got it to match your dress, okay? And this is so cool. And this is Chop. Hey, Chop. This is Chop Tobin. And Chop, tell her about this car here.
This is your beautiful brand new 2016 Dodge Dart. It matches your dress. It's Christmas red, and it is safe. It's got a 5-star crash rating. It's great on gas. It's 35 miles per gallon. It's got the cool wheels. It's the top of the line. It's your new baby.
So what do you think of that?
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Well, we wanted you to have this. We wanted you to have a Merry Christmas, and we didn't want you to be sharing a car with somebody. And it gets great mileage, but we have here from Shell a car. It's got $500 worth of Shell V-Power Nitro plus premium gasoline for you, so you can have that. So then it'll take you a long way in this, because Chop's got you fixed up here.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
All right, Josh, you can go.
Congratulations. It's you guys' new car. What do you think?
I don't even know what to say. I mean,
You deserve it. You guys deserve it. For all you've been through. You guys deserve it. I'm so happy for you.
Take a look at it.
Yeah, go have a seat. Take a look at it.
Beautiful car. Oh, check it out. It's got Bluetooth. It's got the controls on the stereo. Dart's your favorite car.
Dart's my favorite car.
Of course.
We're the #1 dart dealer, so we love darts, and this is your new baby.
Tell everybody where to find you on the internet, where to find you everywhere.
So we're in Las Vegas at Tobin Automotive and kingofcars.com, and we're doing another car for the holidays called Tobin Car for a Cause. So we're going to do another Dodge Dart for a family in need, and you can do your nominations at our Instagram at Tobin Las Vegas or our Facebook at Tobin Automotive, and you can nominate someone that you feel that's in the community doing something or is in need for another car, and we're doing this for the holidays, so it's called Tobin Car for a Cause, and nominate your friends or family or yourself, and we're going to do another car.
This is the 5th car that you've done for our deserving viewers, and you've just been so gracious and generous for us, and you guys do this car business the way it should be done, and we really appreciate it. So,
Thank you,
Chop,
great job.
Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Just great.
Thank you.
Listen, I want to thank all of my guests today, and a special thanks to Chop and Tobin Automotive. For more information on Tobin Automotive, numerous franchises, including Ferrari and Maserati, go to kingofcars.com. Thanks. We'll see you next time.